everybody, welcome back to Sissiboo Acres Homestead. I thought it'd be fun this week to take you around and give you a little homestead update. We have some new friends living on the property and our gardens are mostly in. Some fun little changes, and I thought it'd be fun to take you around and show you what's going on. So come along and enjoy. So our first big update I thought I would show you is the update to our greenhouse. We got a lot more done on it last week. Josh's dad and mom were here and we got some different projects done, and Josh and his dad worked really hard on it and it's looking great, so I just wanted to show you. We officially have a doorway to go into the greenhouse, so we'll just walk along here and I'll show you. So these are the front door posts here. When I stand flat beside them, they're just a bit taller than me. We've got, step over the string line here. We've got some bracing in now. So this whole back wall is going to be kind of board and batten style. What you're seeing here is the start of our wood pile to be seasoned for this winter's burning. So that is not the back of the frame. While Josh's dad and mom were here, Josh and his dad cut down all of these front posts, as the roof will be at an angle coming down. Maybe 22-degree angle or 18, something like that. Not totally sure.
Let me get this started here.
You're right. Oh, I'm ready. Lots of wood stacked, and lots more to stack. One thing that's really exciting is Josh planted popcorn this year. Last week we got the tomatoes in the ground, and I came out this morning and there wasn't a ton of weeds, but I went ahead and weeded them. Really trying to stay on top of them this year, so we'll see how we do. We did two kinds this year. We did Roma tomatoes, which is what we grow the most of generally. And we grow those for pasta sauces and pizza sauce. And then Rutger tomatoes is the other kind, which will definitely, Josh will eat them for fresh slicing and stuff. And then whatever doesn't get eaten before it's gonna go bad, I'll throw it all in the freezer and then make more sauce with it. So this is one of our newest additions to the homestead. She does not have a name because she is a meat rabbit. She actually came to us pregnant and we didn't know that she'd already been in with a male, but unfortunately she ate her one baby or maybe multiple babies. Sometimes they do this when they're afraid or startled, so we're not really sure what might have caused that. So if she turns around, you'll actually see she's missing a bunch of fur along one side of her her paw and on her underbelly, and it's because she pulled it all out to make a nest for those babies, but then something freaked her out. So we'll try again. We have a male rabbit, but he is in a separate container. This is Stu. He is the male bunny for our meat rabbit adventures. Here, Stu. Want some flowers? Here you go, bud. Some flowers? Yeah, look at that. Oh, yeah. So, Stu came to us with the name Stu, and we decided to keep it because that is appropriately named. Our meat rabbit ambitions are to have a couple of litters with the mama and papa bunnies and then butcher everybody by the fall. The cost of starting these 2 rabbits was right around like $50 to get the 2 of them. So it will cost more money to keep them, to keep them through the winter than to go ahead and butcher them in the fall with the rest and start anew. Oh, did you hear me say butcher? Then start anew in the spring. So we'll have them out on the grass. We move these chicken tractors around every day so that way they get fresh flowers and fresh grass and they mow it down from there. We really do believe in our animals having the happiest little life they can have, and then we enjoy the benefits of having their meat. So they are cute though. Those little ears. So over the summer months, I'm sure you'll see clips of the chickens, and you might start to notice that they look like the same couple of chickens on repeat, because they are. We just sold off 9 chickens this week, and we may still go ahead and sell off a couple more or butcher a couple more for the pantry. We've decided that the egg business is just not being profitable enough for how many eggs they're laying and how much they eat and for consistent sales. So on occasion we'll still have an extra couple of dozen to sell, but for the most part we're just gonna have a couple of chickens and bait our rooster and get some fresh eggs for us. And the nice thing about keeping the rooster is he really doesn't eat that much more than a chicken, and by fertilizing the eggs then we do have the option of hatching out chicks every spring as long as our girls grow broody. So it's an ever revolving door, I think, with learning what you want to do with your homestead and what's profitable and what's just paying for itself even. And we've been exploring the chickens for about 2 years. We started originally with 4 chickens, no rooster, and then we adopted that huge flock, and over the last while we've eaten some, we've given some away, we sold some have died, just kind of the cycle of it all. So we're down to, Josh counted last night, I think we have 11 birds total now. So it's a more manageable number, more manageable amount of eggs for what we consume and share and sell. So another change, but there's some other fun changes that are happening right now on the homestead, so it's good to let some go and bring some in. So this is where you saw Josh and I sow oats last year, and these rows here are starting to come up. We've got burdock, which we need to get in here and weed, because that is like the never-ending battle with the forest garden. Josh ran some string lines actually around to help keep the ducks out, but it looks like it's come down, so I'm gonna fix this here. So right here is Josh's sweet corn. So that's planted here. And then over here we have some spaghetti squashes. So we recently transplanted them. So we're just trying to keep everything weeded and keep it nice, and hopefully it'll grow really well. Excuse me, ma'am. What are you doing out of here? What are you doing out of the pen? these are my front gardens. Basically a maze of bushes. And I'm excited because I've got a bunch of friends coming tomorrow who are actually gonna help me rip stuff out and clean it up. Sorry to all the lovely people who have owned this home and done so much work in the gardens, but I cannot keep up with all the beautiful flowers. So I have some friends that are gonna take some of the plants for me and give them new homes. And we're gonna rip out some of these bushes, and I am gonna put in a bunch of hostas because that is what feels manageable right now. And I'm just throwing it out there. You can't do everything. And your brain is probably gonna wanna do everything to some extent with homesteading, but let me tell you, you're one person or two people or maybe a whole family, but you're still people and you still need to rest, and there are things you're passionate about and things you aren't. At this stage of my life, I am not passionate about flower gardens. I love seeing the beautiful flowers. But I'm okay with hostas for now, and I'm really glad to know that people are gonna come take these flowers and take them to their homes, and it'll be a fun time to hang out, and some kids are gonna come too and help, and it'll be a lot of fun. And eventually I'll probably add some more flowers back in, but for now it's just gonna be the peonies and the hostas staying. But in these lovely flower gardens and bushes that are really, really, really overgrown is a mama duck, and so we're gonna creep in and see her. So I don't want to stress mama out, so we won't get in too close here. Okay, I see a mama. I checked on her earlier and I was able to see some of the ducklings. Let's see. I don't know if we're gonna be able to see her. There's mama. Yeah, hi mama. Can we see your babies? So on the ground there you can see, right in there you can see some eggshells, and she's got a good hatching. I don't know whether they all make it, we'll see, but you're really pretty mama, aren't ya? Yeah, we're not gonna get too close here. It's okay. There's somebody coming out to see us. She's just peeking out there. Hopefully in the next few days we'll start to see her come out with her babies. Yeah? What do you got, mama? Who's in there? Yeah? Are those your babies? Such a good mama. So I think there's at least 6. Oh. Okay, good job, mama. Good job. So we'll leave this section of the bush nice and full for her. So that way she can raise them however she wants to, and yeah. So that is a bit of a homestead update this week. We've got our garden and it's going really well. We've got garlic that we planted in the fall and it's coming up really well. I'm hoping we get scapes soon to start cutting off. We've got some chives going. We've got some early green beans that we actually got Josh seeded when I was gone in Virginia, and so those are doing really well. We got them transplanted last week, so hopefully in just a bit more time we'll actually have some fresh green beans. And then we did a second planting the other day straight into the ground, and we planned to hopefully do several sets of green beans to start planting them about every 2 weeks apart. We eat a lot of green beans in our meal plan, so we definitely ran out way too early this year. So it'll be nice to have our own fresh green beans all year. We had our very first big asparagus come up this year, but you gotta give it more time and let them grow and not pick them right away. So no asparagus this year, but I think next year we can actually start eating it, because this is its second or third year coming up by itself. I think second. So yeah, patience, I guess, right? But our strawberries, I totally forgot to weatherize them this fall. There was a lot going on and it did not make it on the priority list. So the strawberries we lost, I would say, 1/4 to half of the plants. So our little crop will be smaller, but we've never grown them for like mass production or anything. We just grow them more for walking in the garden in the mornings and enjoying a taste of a strawberry as you're walking. We get our strawberries locally from our friend's farm. So yeah, so that's kind of an update on what all is going on. The greenhouse is on a roll, the meat rabbits are here, and hopefully she's pregnant again with some more rabbits. The mama duck just hatched out all these cute little ducklings. I can't wait to see how many there are, and they're different colors. And we actually have another mama duck who's not far behind, so hers should be hatching in another week or so. And I think we have one more chicken still sitting on some eggs. So it is an active, busy time on the homestead. Trying to think what our projects are right now. Basically, we're trying to really work on getting a lot of work done on the greenhouse, and I am trying to get a lot of work done on stacking wood, and that's our main focus right now, I suppose. It's kind of funny. The different seasons, different years, things are a different amount of time. Josh has been working really hard. He's been working at his normal job and some extra work, so that has taken a lot out of him. So he's pretty tired, so he's excited for a bit of a break. And as he's starting to take a break, I am actually headed into trying out my very first vendor market for my little vintage shop. So you'll see some footage here of me attempting to set up my booth and seeing how I want to display everything and figuring out the pricing. I'm either going to be in 1 or 2 different markets this year, not full time, just on a pop-up kind of schedule, but we're going to try it out and see if there's a local interest for my vintage goods, and it should be fun. So I'll take you along for that when we go do it. And yeah, so well, thanks for hanging out with us. If you enjoyed the video, we would love it if you would like and subscribe. If you've already subscribed, you can also hit the little bell beside the subscribe button, and that notifies you every time we upload a video. All of those things help our YouTube channel grow, and if you really want to help our channel grow, drop a comment below. Let us know what you're gardening, what you've got hatching on your property, what you're dreaming of when you start your own homestead, or what you just enjoy most about seeing on the homestead. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.